another important chemical which is called baking soda. Its actual chemical name is sodium bicarbonate or sodium hydrogen carbonate. It is also called sodium hydrogen carbonate. So, how is this formed? We again have our NaCl, we have water, we pass carbon dioxide and ammonia gases, and this will generate your NaHCO3 and NH4Cl. NH4Cl is your ammonium chloride. So this is your baking powder which is produced, and this is ammonium chloride. You know, baking powder falls in the category of basic salts because it is formed from NaOH and H2CO3. We have NaHCO3 plus H2O. So H2CO3 is a very weak acid and NaOH is a very strong base, so this will be a basic salt. And NH4Cl, as we have seen, is an acidic salt because it is formed from NaOH, NH4OH and HCl. So this is the formation of NaHCO3. NaHCO3, what are its uses? Okay, before we come to the uses, let us see what it does. Some properties. NaHCO3, when heated, you know this delta sign, triangle sign is the sign of heat. So when it is heated, it will decompose. It will give Na2CO3 plus H2O plus CO2. Balance this reaction. Yeah, it is balanced. So when you heat it, it will decompose and it will form this H2O and CO2. And due to this property of NaHCO3, it is used as your baking powder, because you put the NaHCO3 in the cake or the bread which you are baking, and then when you heat the bread or cake, then this heat will decompose this NaHCO3 and it will form this CO2 which will rise, and when it rises it will make the cake rise also, and hence it will make the cake fluffy and the cake will be risen up. So it will not remain flat because of this CO2. So that is why it is used in your baking powder. Apart from that, it is also used as an antacid because it is a basic salt. Actually, for antacids you might be thinking that we can use NaOH also, but NaOH is a very strong base. So our body does not contain that much strong acid which needs such a strong base for its neutralization. If we have such a strong base, then our body will become basic. I mean, it will be harmful for us. So we need a mild base. So this is a mild base with that means a strong base and a weak acid reacts, and it will form a base which is neither strong and nor at all, I mean not neutral as such. So this mild base or mild salt, basic salt, will be used as your antacid. And it is also used in fire extinguishers. because there is a reaction of NaHCO3 with an acid. A fire extinguisher has a wall in between. When you have to extinguish the fire, you have to break a seal over here, and when you break that seal, the wall breaks, and this side of the wall contains NaHCO3 and this side contains H2SO4. So when you break that wall, these two react, and when they react, plus H2O plus CO2, and this CO2 which is formed, it will come out of the nozzle. So, and it comes out of the nozzle, and CO2 extinguishes the fire because it is heavier than air, so it sits on the fire and it will extinguish the fire. So this is how NaHCO3 is used in your fire extinguisher. Now we have another compound or salt, Na2CO3, which is washing soda. Na2CO3, this is also basic salt like NaHCO3. You know, NaOH and H2CO3 give two products. This H2CO3 first acts as HCO3 and it gives out one H plus in water. Now when it gives out this H plus, this NaHCO3 is formed because this gives out OH minus, and this H plus and OH minus form water. So NaHCO3 is formed. But when this H2CO3 gives out both H plus at once, we need to have 2 OH minus to satisfy, and both the H are gone and we get Na2CO3 and obviously H2O, 2H2O. So again, weak acid, strong base, so basic salt, hence it is your basic salt. Na2CO3 is formed from NaHCO3 because we have seen that when NaHCO3 reacts with an acid, or not reacts with an acid, it is heated, it will give Na2CO3 plus H2O plus CO2. So Na2CO3 is formed from here, and this Na2CO3 is used in your cleaning, then washing clothes, and it is also used in your soap and paper industry. Now apart from that, it is used in removing the hardness of water. Now, hard water means that it has calcium and magnesium ions present in it due to the calcium and magnesium salts present in the water. Now these calcium and magnesium ions, when you put soap in hard water, it does not work because these calcium and magnesium or magnesium ions, will interfere, they will react with the soap and they will not let the soap work. So to remove this hardness, this Na2CO3 is used, and it is also used in the manufacture of borax. Borax is Na2B4O7.